Hi there, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Mary, if you don't already know me. So today we're gonna do a yoga flow that kind of builds some heat, so that means a lot of core work. I invite you to use whatever props you like to use during yoga, maybe a strap, some blocks, a wheel, whatever your heart desires. And then I also want to apologize, there's some children playing basketball right outside my window, but let's just welcome that as a joyful noise. So go ahead and unroll your mat, maybe grab a drink, and then meet me in child's pose. All right, so let's bring our big toes together and take our knees wide apart, as wide as the mat. And then reach your fingertips towards the front of your mat, bringing your forehead down into the mat. Maybe taking a bend in those elbows and bringing the fingertips together and resting them behind the head. Let's spend 5 breaths here. Just taking a moment to connect with our breath. Inhaling slowly and fully, filling up those lungs, and exhaling completely, enjoying a moment of breathlessness. One more breath. If you have those elbows bent, go ahead and straighten them out. And now let's walk the hands over to the left. And let's stack our right hand on top of the left. Really pushing down into that right shoulder with the right ear. Let's take 5 breaths here. Really breathing into that right side body. One more breath here. Walking the hands through center, let's walk all the way to the right side. Stacking left hand on top of right. Pushing into that right arm, that left arm with the left ear. 5 breaths, breathing into that left side body. Walk the hands to center. Hello, Freddie. And then we're gonna slide our hands forward, walk our knees back, and come into puppy pose, either bringing chin or forehead to the mat. 3 breaths here. Begin to work your way into a tabletop position. We're going to be moving a little faster during this yoga practice. We're going to take 3 cat and cows. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, curve the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Great, and let's find neutral spine. We're gonna extend that left hand and extend that right leg. Hold this for 2 full breaths. Suck that belly in, keeping shoulder right over the wrist, hip right over the knee. On our next inhale, we're gonna bring elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale, extend it long. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Hold it for 1 more complete breath. And let it down. Now we're gonna extend that right hand and that left foot. Hold it for 2 breaths here. Find your balance. On your next inhale, we're gonna bring elbow to knee. Inhale, and extend it long. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Hold it for 1 more full breath. And let it down. This time we're gonna extend the left hand and left leg, really challenging on that balance. That left hip is gonna wanna open up. Try to keep left hip square with the right hip. So we're gonna bring elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Now you're gonna take that right leg and send those toes out towards the right side of your mat, and let's open our heart and our hips up towards the left. Pinky down, thumb up. And on our next inhale, we're gonna bring elbow to knee again. Inhale and stretch it out long. Inhale and extend. Inhale and extend. And just a little baby wild thing here. Really open up through the hips and the heart. Great job. Come back to tabletop. Now we're going to extend that right hand and that right foot. Hold it for 1 breath. Find your balance. And then we're going to bring elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Very challenging for your balance. Last one. Inhale and exhale, and then open your body up towards the right. And then on our next inhale, elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Back to tabletop. We're going to inhale that left hand high. And then exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Left hand underneath the right side body, coming down to the left cheekbone. 3 options here. Stay right here. Or maybe walk that right hand towards the top of your mat. Or maybe take that right hand up to the ceiling. And then see if you can't reach it behind your back to grab that left thigh. 3 breaths here. Great job, and unwind. Back to tabletop. Same thing with the right side. Inhale that right hand high. And exhale, thread the needle. Same options here. Either walk that left hand towards the top of your mat, or maybe take that left hand towards the ceiling. And see if you can't reach it behind your back and grab that right thigh. 3 breaths. One more breath here. Great job, and unwind and make your way back to tabletop. Now we're going to take 3 barrel rolls here. Well, 4 barrel rolls. We're going to go 2 one way and then 2 the other way. Moving nice and slow with your breath. Awesome job. Walk your hands a little towards the front of your mat. Tuck those toes and send those hips high for a downward dog. On an inhale, we're going to lift our heels. And on an exhale, set them back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower them down. Suck that belly in. Hug the armpits together. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, lift those heels one more time. And exhale, swing the heels over towards the right side. Big side body stretch here. 2 full breaths. Suck that belly in. On your next inhale, bring the heels up, coming to center. And then exhale, set the heels over to the left. 2 breaths. Awesome job. Inhale, lift the heels, coming back to center. Exhale, lower the heels down. On our next inhale, we're going to wave the body forward to plank pose. Really melt the heart here. We're going to hold plank pose for 5 breaths. Nice big inhale. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. On our next inhale, we're going to take the feet into a tippy toe walk to the top of our mat and find ourselves in a nice forward fold. Maybe taking a deep bend in the knees if that's what you need to do to get your fingertips to reach the mat. We're going to take our right hand and grab the left ankle. We're going to twist our torso over to the left, sending that left hand towards the ceiling. And then maybe take that left hand behind your back and grab that right thigh. 2 full breaths here. Awesome job, and unwind. We're going to grab the right ankle with the left hand, twist over to the right, lifting the right hand towards the ceiling. Take the right hand behind the back. See if you can grab that left thigh. 2 breaths. And unwind. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up slowly, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other, like a yoga zombie. Shoulders, neck, and head are the last thing to come up. Find a nice, strong mountain pose. Take a moment here. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and arch over to the left. 2 breaths here. Inhale to center. And exhale, same thing, other side. 2 breaths. Inhale to center, remembering to suck that belly in. Nice big exhale, sigh it out. And then on your next inhale, bring the hands together through heart center and set back into chair pose. Bring the weight into the heels. We're gonna hold this. You can do it. Suck that belly in, maybe extending the arms overhead. Suck your belly in, booty out, weight in the heels. Just when you think it's never gonna end, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, step that right leg back and find low lunge. Inhale those fingertips towards the ceiling. 2 breaths here. And then we're going to take a twist. So bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take that left hand down. See if you can't reach the outside of the right knee. Little twist here. 2 breaths. Great job. Inhale back to center. And exhale, send those hips towards the back of your mat, coming into half split. Maybe play around with pointing and flexing that left foot. Feel free to stay up on your fingertips or fold forward. Nice big inhales through the nose and exhales through the mouth. One more breath. Awesome, and come forward. You're going to bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot and find lizard pose. There's so many variations of lizard pose. Feel free to take whichever one your body is calling for. Maybe you're up on your fingertips. Right leg is released to the mat. Maybe you pull that right leg up off the mat to work into some strength. Or maybe you take a little bind. Left hand underneath the left leg, right hand behind the back. 5 breaths wherever you are in your lizard pose. Great job, and release. And if that right leg's not already released to the mat, go ahead and lower that right knee down. And then I want you to reach back for that right foot with the left hand, getting a nice thigh stretch here. And then maybe coming down to that right forearm to deepen the stretch. I like to interlace my fingers between my toes for a nice toe stretch. You can even take that thumb. Give the arch of your foot a little massage. Great job, and release. Left hand to the mat, and now we're going to step back to downward dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Walk our feet back to our hands for another forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. A little faster this time. Inhale those arms up. Maybe a little back bend. Inhale, grow tall, but keep those shoulders down. Don't let them creep up around your ears. And exhale with a flat back. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 3 breaths here. We're going to take our little twist. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Whoops. Maintain your balance. Little twist here. Keeping those hips nice and square. Pulling that right hip back. Left hip coming forward. And then inhale back through center. And then we're going to find lizard pose. Oh, excuse me, we're not going to find lizard pose yet. We're going to make our way into half split. So send our hips back, flexing that right foot. Option to stay up onto your fingertips. If you're living in a quite flexible body, maybe folding forward. Hold that for 2 more nice slow breaths. Good job. Inhale, come forward. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. This time we're going to find lizard pose, whatever your favorite variation of lizard pose may be. 5 breaths wherever you land. Awesome job. Now we're going to go ahead and release that left leg to the mat. Reach back for the left foot with the right hand. Maybe interlacing fingers between toes. Maybe coming down to the left forearm for a deeper stretch. And release. This time we're going to rotate around into Skandasana. Right leg bent, left leg straight. Maybe bringing the hands together in prayer pose. Or maybe taking a bind. Reaching the right hand around the front of the right leg, left hand goes behind the back. See if you can't interlace those fingers together. Keeping the heart nice and open. If you're in that bind, go ahead and come out of it. Bringing the hands back together in prayer pose. And I want you to try to use only your legs and flow to the back of your mat like water, bending, bending into that left leg and straightening the right leg. Maybe taking the same bind here. 5 breaths. Awesome job. Hands back together in prayer pose. And now we're going to straighten both legs and come into a wide-legged forward fold. Feel free to stay here in the wide-legged forward fold. Or maybe working into an arm balance or an inversion. So maybe you work into firefly pose. Let me give you a little demo here. Maybe. If this is in your wheelhouse. Whoops. Bottoms down. Or maybe working into a forearm headstand. Or maybe just hanging out in a wide-legged forward fold. Your choice. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. Everyone meet me back in that wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up for 5-pointed star. Then we're going to point our toes out at a 45-degree angle. We're going to squat down into goddess pose. And then pulse it out, 10 pulses. And 10, awesome. Back to that wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands to the back of the mat this time. And step back to downward dog. Inhale, wave the body forward to plank. This time, we're gonna take our heels and rock them from side to side. Really working on those obliques. And find neutral in your plank. Big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift that left leg up. 3-legged dog. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. On your next inhale, knee to nose. And exhale, straighten. Inhale, knee to right elbow. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, knee to left elbow. And go ahead and set that leg down. And come up for warrior one. We're going to interlace our hands behind our back. Really puff that chest up here. Option to stay here, or option to fold forward, bringing your head towards the inside of that left leg. If you're down, go ahead and come up. Release the hands and open up to warrior two. Are you getting warm yet? Reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale it all out. Inhale, reach those left fingertips forward as far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And come down to triangle pose. Maybe taking a bind. Left hand underneath of the left leg, right hand behind the back. Interlacing the fingers behind the back. And release. Scoop that right hand down, bending into the left leg. Pivot that right foot around. And then we're going to reach the right hand up and find revolved side angle pose. From here, you're going to begin to straighten that right leg and find revolved triangle. So we want a nice long line of energy from those left fingertips all the way down to the right wrist. Really pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. And then scoop that left hand down and fold forward over the left leg for pyramid pose. Your next inhale, step back for downward dog. And then we're going to tippy toe our way to the front of the mat. Take a nice big inhale and fold forward. Oh, sorry. Exhale. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose, hands in prayer position. Option to stay right here in chair pose. Or option to take left elbow to right knee and get a little twisted. And then option to open the hands. One more breath. Hands back together in prayer pose, moving through center, and then to the other side. Back to center, back to chair pose. Hold it. Weight in the heels. Just when you think it's never going to end, and then it does, fold forward. Inhale, hop back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift that right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. And then place the foot coming up to warrior one. Interlace the fingers behind the back, maybe trying the opposite way that you did last time. Maybe staying here. Or maybe folding forward, taking the hand package with you, bringing your head towards the inside of the right leg. Humble warrior. Inhale, come up. Exhale, find warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Big side body stretch. Back to warrior two. Straighten that right leg and then reach forward with the right fingertips. Reach, 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 reach. Coming all the way down into triangle pose. Maybe taking a bind. Taking a bind tends to build heat. Release that bind, bend into the right leg, pivot the left foot so the toes are facing the back of the mat. Bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot. Send the right fingertips high for revolved side angle pose. We're going to pivot that back leg again and straighten the right leg, coming into revolved triangle. This is a big stretch all the way from that right hip, really down the whole outside of that right leg. And then scoop that hand down, fold forward, pyramid pose. walk our hands towards the back now, finding a wide-legged forward fold. Your choice here to maybe take an inversion or an arm balance. Maybe trying firefly pose again. So hooking the legs around the triceps, putting all the weight into the hands, and then sending those feet towards the ceiling. Great job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to 5-pointed star. Exhale, squat down into goddess pose. 10 pulses. Awesome job. Straighten those legs. Back to that wide-legged forward fold. Walk the hands towards the front of the mat. Then we're going to heel toe the left foot over to the right side of the mat. Drop that right leg down and find pigeon pose. We worked so hard. Bring the hands together at heart center. Work on some strength here. Feel free to fold forward whenever you're ready. Spend about 10 breaths here. Maybe you want to take a couple breaths to work into king pigeon pose. Maybe you don't. Your choice. If you're not already there, come up to your fingertips, tuck those right toes, and send that left leg back for downward dog. And then we're just going to bring that right leg forward and take pigeon pose with the right side. Maybe trying to bring the hands to heart center and work into some strength. And then I invite you to fold forward. I invite you to work with bending that back leg and working either into mermaid pose or king pigeon, whichever one speaks to you, or maybe neither. One side may be more flexible than the other. Great job and release. Everyone up to your fingertips if you're not already there. This time we're going to roll onto the outer edge of that right leg. Swing the left leg around and stack the knees on top of one another. Ankles out to the side, feet flexed for cow face pose. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you inhale the arms out like a T. And then exhale, crossing one arm over the other, squeezing the elbows, either palms of the hands or backs of the hands together. Maybe staying here, or maybe bending down to bring elbows to knees. here. And release. If you've done yoga with me before, you know the 3 ways to get your legs crossed the opposite way. Either uncross them and cross them the other way. Do our fun little twisty spin. Or maybe coming into a forearm stand and uncrossing the legs and going the other way. I don't feel super balanced today, but I'm still gonna try that forearm stand. You guys might see me fall, but that's okay. Wasn't my most graceful, but I did it. So now we have right knee stacked on top of left. Inhale the arms out. And exhale, cross the arms in the opposite way that you just did before. And then maybe bringing elbows towards the knees, curving the spine. 3 breaths here. And release. We're going to uncross our legs. Take the feet towards the top of the mat for seated staff pose. Suck the belly in, sit up tall, fingertips towards the feet. And then on our inhale, begin to fold forward. On every inhale, grow long. And on your exhale, fold deeper. Feet flexed here, micro bend in the knees. Begin to roll up. Soles of the feet to the mat. And we're going to take boat pose. So you can keep the palms of your hands down on your mat and just lift the feet off. Either knees bent, or you can straighten those knees. You can keep fingertips on the mat or take the fingertips out long. We're going to do some alternating between boat and low boat. So on an inhale, come down to low boat. Exhale, back to boat. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and on our next inhale, we're going to lay all the way down. Full body stretch. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat, feet about hip distance. Bring your elbows to the mat, fingertips facing the ceiling. And now we're going to work into some bridge poses. So on your inhale, go to about 50% of your bridge. And let's hold that for 3 breaths. And release. On your next inhale, we're going to go all the way up into bridge pose, tucking those shoulders underneath, maybe interlacing the fingers together under the booty. Really sending those hips towards the ceiling, reaching that heart back. One more breath here. And release. Good. Hug the knees in. Your choice to take wheel pose from the ground or roll up to standing and drop back into wheel pose. So if you're going to drop back with me, let's take the feet almost as wide as the mat. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, begin to drop back. Great job. And let's hold this for 5 breaths. can either lower down or use that core to stand back up. Great job. Hug the knees and let's do a couple back rolls. And then lay down. Maybe doing one last recline twist. Crossing right leg over left, taking the arms out like a T, spilling the legs over to the left, gaze over the right fingertips. One more breath. Using your core to come to center. And then twist to the other side. Use the core to come out of this. And let's all take Savasana. Maybe bringing the soles of the feet together and taking reclined butterfly for your Savasana, or maybe not. Begin to relax the body. Relaxing the fingers and toes. Relaxing the shoulders and the hips. Letting the back body just melt into the mat as if you're floating away on a cloud. Begin to bring some movement back to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Shake the head no. Your next inhale, roll onto your favorite side, into the fetal position. Take a nice big inhale and sigh it out. With your eyes still closed, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at heart center. Push the thumbs into your heart to remind you to always show love. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Push the thumbs into the forehead to remind you to always think positive thoughts. Bring the thumbs to the mouth to remind you to only speak positive thoughts and to speak love for others and to smile. Hands back to heart center. Maybe bow to your hands. Thank you so much for joining me on this yoga journey. The light inside me recognizes and loves the light inside you. Namaste. See you next time.